Alrighty, guys. It is 3:30 this Wednesday, July 2nd, and look at the ES. It's up here flirting, making new highs. So yeah, we are in stage one still. I mean, I get me back in it. So they extended for sufficiently for this to qualify as a extension to the upside, and we are staying on the long side. We are back in stage one. Let's see if they can make something out of it going into the close, or if it's just a probe. So far, it's been pretty light on the volume. 650,000 on the micros. We only traded 800,000 on the ES. So it's pretty darn light on volume. And I would just say that watch out below if the volume kicks back in again. I don't think it's going to be much before the July 4th holiday, so we can see the market grind higher. I mean, this. I don't think there's any sellers out there right now to really knock it down. But this kind of light volume rallies like this could be reversed pretty easily. So I would stay on the long side still, like the buy weakness. At this point, you're going to have, it depends on when they end up closing, but you're going to have an edge right here at the 62.55s. Probably going to have one down here at towards the 50s and one here at the 35 to 40s. I'm going to adjust these going into tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a short trading day on the equities. Now I noticed that AMP came out with a holiday trading hours, but they missed that. So the app sent out an update, but everything is normal, a normal close except equities close at 12 or 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 Central. So staying alongside, look to buy weakness to see if they can take this higher. That would be my recommendation to go into the overnight. Tomorrow morning, we have a slew of news coming out, including the employment situation. Big deal. So at tomorrow morning, 8:30, we get the employment situation, international trade, jobless claims. At 9:45, we get the PMI number. At 10 o'clock, we get factory orders and ISM services. So we have a ton of news at 8:30, 9:30. 8:30, 9:45, and 10. And thereafter, I would expect the market to die off pretty freaking quick. I mean, as people after that, it's going to be some volatility, then everyone's going to go home. So I got a good feel, I got a sense that tomorrow is going to be an intense morning and then completely die off. But we're starting off on the long side. So look to buy weakness, and the obvious edge to buy against is going to be the 55s here for rotations back up, but we'll see where they end up closing. So far, it looks like they're just a steady grind to the upside. Looking at the Nasdaq and the bond market took a little bit of a leg lower, back in that lower range again. It hasn't really done much. After the initial sell-off, they has been pretty much going sideways. So starting off range bound on the bonds, looking to sell strength up to that 115s, look to buy weakness down to the 14. I would say the 14 evens. That would be the range. So sell against the upper edge 1424s, against that mode 28 and the 115s. Look to buy against support 114.12s, 114.8s down to the 114 evens. So that's the bonds. And Nasdaq also, and Nasdaq, they are right back up again. Nice little pop here right at the 3 o'clock hour, but they are still holding on in this range. So they're up here against it. They're not in stage one again. So Nasdaq is not quite there. They are basically back up here in the up against the 850s. It has not extended anything further. So Nasdaq is stage two. They're holding in that range. I looked at it, cut off the selling in the overnight right here at the support area in the overnight session at these 590s. So that held and they're back up again. So if they hold here, stage two, we could be in stage three tomorrow, basically on the tomorrow's trading on the Nasdaq. So chances are we're going to be in good shape on the Nasdaq as well. So look to buy weakness, 22,800s against the 760s for rotations back up. Below that, I'm just going to stay range bound. So initial little buys to the upside. In the bigger picture, we're still leaning long, but in the short term, like looking to buy against those support areas in the overnight for rotations back up. If the trade below that, just stay range bound. Look to buy at edges all the way down to the 580 to 90s. And on the way up, look to sell strength, 850s up to the 930s for rotations back down again. Now, if the ES starts trading higher, it starts making new highs, the Nasdaq could certainly follow suit going into the close. Not by any means impossible. So we'll see how that shakes out. We one trade today on the Nasdaq, up 38 bucks on that trade, and since then pretty much died off. So I haven't done much after that. So, day like this, try avoiding over trading it because that's going to kill you. Finally, oil and gold. So gold back up, extending. They are right up here, up against these upper areas, the 360, they're flirting with a 370. So they take that out, just stay on the long side and see how far they can take it. It very well be that we extend up here in the overnight. Now the gold trading higher can be a little bit concerned. It's not necessarily what you want to see if they could start trading higher. So definitely something concerning about that if they start trading higher. So I would watch that very carefully. But I would start off range bound, maybe start slight bias to the upside to see if you can retest this high at the 3370s, maybe take it out. And if not, maybe see a rotation down to that 3340s again. And then oil, right, headed higher. So they have made a good move right up here to this upper edge. So look at capital flow. They're right up here against this upper edge right now, the 67.80 to 68s. So a nice move to the upside on oil. Not quite sure what that was all about, but we'll see if they extend. If they start taking out that 68, look for a retracement trade up in these single prints. So hard to say. They can run it all the way up to 72, 73, but that would imply something is going on. So I'm not sure that makes total sense. So, but it's trading higher, so I would stay on the long side in the short term at least. Look to buy weakness against the 67.20s, probably 66.75 down to that 66.40s for rotations back up again. So that's oil. And the kind of anti-intuitive or non-intuitive that oil would trade higher like this, but it's doing it, so we trade what we see. So just one trade for me today. That's what's on the Nasdaq up 38 bucks on that one, and since then I haven't done anything. But tomorrow morning is going to be busy, so back to the ES and look out. Tomorrow morning is going to be busy, and thereafter we take a few days of holiday. So half day, yes, half day tomorrow, and another half day on Friday. Alrighty, guys, we leave it there and see you back in the morning. Have a good evening. Later.